Hello, everyone. My name's Kyle Mitchell. I'm an EB5 attorney, and I was kind of noticing that no one's talking about the gold card, so I decided to do a little digging and share my thoughts. So basically, if you don't know what the gold card is, you give a gift to the government, and it's $1 million. 1 million per family member. You can get corporate sponsorship for 2 million, and then there's another $5 million version of the card. A quick timeline is that apparently in December, when this launched with the form I-140G, there was 1.3 billion in sales, meaning maybe 1,300 of these were sold supposedly in a day. The issue is that it's a little bit difficult to believe because one, I'm in the EB5 space. EB5 is kind of like a direct competitor to the gold card. Instead of gifting $1 million, you invest $800,000 to basically be on the same route. For whatever reason, in the past 4 or 5 months since the gold card has been active, I haven't had a single person ask me about it. I've certainly had people say, hey, do you think the gold card is going to replace EB5? But I haven't had anyone say they were actually interested in it, which is kind of strange because I'm kind of out there on social media in the EB5 space, and I'm also an attorney, and I do consultations all the time. Zero interest in this program. Kind of strange. But anyway, that's not dispositive. I mean, there's other firms that are a lot more well-known. Maybe they're getting requests about the gold card. But my biggest kind of concern with it is that if you filed the I-140G for someone, that's supposedly a very quick turnaround time, just a couple of weeks, for an approval, right? But if that's the case, why aren't there any attorneys bragging about having the first I-140G approval or any I-140G approval? I mean, if you're from a lawyer's perspective, if you want to get clients, you have to kind of show your track record. No one is showing that they've actually had an approval or even that they've filed. If you Google the gold card and you scroll down to all the firms that have articles, everything is speculative. They're like, oh, here's how we believe the process is going to work. Here's what we expect is going to happen, but no approvals, nothing. I want to talk about February 17th, one law firm, Reddy Newman Brown. I want to make sure I give them the credit. They did an article stating that there's no verified holders of the gold card. Again, it's a little bit strange. I mean, maybe not the gold card itself because the process can take a while. I mean, one of the big things about why it's not super popular is that it puts you in the EB1, EB2 category, which already has kind of backlogs anyway, so if you're from India or China, why would you pay $1 million to just wait in a very long line? And those are the two biggest markets for this type of visa. But yeah, so that law firm said in February, after gold card has been out for 3 months, no verified holders. I haven't been able to find any either. Next, on March 10th, the Federal Registrar, they put up a comment, a request for comments on the form I-140G for the gold card, and they estimated the amount of self-petitioners would be about 1,500 and 70 corporate sponsors. They didn't provide any data for how they got this estimate, but if there was 1.3 billion sales in one day, then why are they saying that yearly they expect 1,500? And I mean, it's possible, but I don't really understand the disparity, right? Also, if you look at those comments, there's only 4. Gosh, I hate this little room. Okay, there's only 4 comments. If this was more popular, more discussed, that, I don't know, they said 10,000 people were queued up for the gold card or something, you think there'd be a couple more comments. 3 of them were just complaining about the form I-140G having typos and not addressing certain things. You can find it. You can find this if you search up, what is it? It's regulations.gov. You can find the comments on the form I-140G. One person is actually just asking, hey, do I have to do consular processing if I file this form? Which I believe the answer is yes. So you can't even adjust status with the gold card. You have to leave the U.S. and come back if you're already here, which of course is a huge disadvantage. More recently, last week, we got some news on Colombo and Hurd, along with Democracy Defenders. They have a FOIA lawsuit. The government isn't sharing data on the gold card. I can't imagine why they would not want to do that, but that's what's going on. There's also another suit. I actually don't know if it's also Colombo and Hurd and Democracy Defenders. I think probably. I'd want to make sure I give them proper credit, but they're basically suing about the validity because you're not really supposed to be able to make these sweeping immigration changes via executive order. So I think the biggest thing with the gold card is it's kind of hard to understand who it's for. If you have this kind of money to throw away, basically, I mean, why not just invest in EB5 where you can potentially get your return back? It seems like there's still source of funds review, which is kind of the big thing. Perhaps the source of funds review is a bit easier with the gold card. So if you have money that's a little bit hard to document, maybe that's who it's for, but it's very difficult to see. It's very shocking for me because I have the EB5 subreddit page, which is pretty popular. No one asking me through there about gold card. No one really talking about it. I'm in contact with lots of investors, hundreds. Zero interest. So I just wonder if anyone else has heard anything. What's going on? I mean, there are some big questions out there. Just what's going on with this? What's going on with this process? Now I'm starting to ramble a little bit, so I'm going to cut the video short. But if you're an attorney and you're seeing this and you've filed an I-140G, I'd love to hear what's going on. If you are interested in filing for the gold card, I'd kind of like to hear your reasoning. The rumor I heard is that maybe there's been a couple of applications and perhaps approvals from South Africans. This is just a rumor I heard, though, so I really don't know. If you go on LinkedIn, there's no one bragging about getting a gold card, no one bragging about filing one. I went on AILA, which is, the group for immigration attorneys, and I searched their articles to see, is there any attorney making an article about, best practices for filing for this? None, just a big warning about, don't be the gold card attorney. Be careful if you're going to brand yourself as the gold card attorney because this program is a little shaky. And so, I don't know. That's where we're at for the gold card. I'd love to hear any other insights. Okay, and that's it. Take it easy. Bye.